What's going on, gents? Welcome back. I'm pretty excited because, as you guys know, winter or fall/winter is coming up, and I decided to go ahead and knock this video out of the way real fast, real quick. I'm sorry that my last couple of reviews have been quite lengthy. It's just that I want to make sure I give you guys a pretty in-depth, detailed description and a good wholesome review. However, I do know that some people's attention spans are like mine, and they tend to drift off. So I'll try to keep this one as short and as concise as I possibly can, along with the rest of my reviews, because I mean, let's face it, we all have things to do. So with that being said, this is my top 10 fall/winter lineup, and I'm going to give about 5 honorable mentions. I think I have 5. And after that, I'm just going to go straight into the number 10. I might, speak about them a little bit, but not too much, because like I said, I'm trying to keep it as short and as concise as I possibly can. So my first honorable mention is Original Santal by Creed. Love the sentiment in it. It's very inviting. It's very warming, very calm. Original Santal is it's delicious. It's great. However, it just didn't make my top 10 for the winter this year. That doesn't mean I won't be wearing it. My next one is Burberry London. You know, the guy with the sweater. Don't really even have to say too much about him. Like Christmas in a bottle right here. Burberry London, by the way. The next one is my Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. The alternate, shall I say? It's L'Occitane Edible. Very warm, very spicy, smells delicious, like an apple pie. It just smells really, really good. Yeah, just didn't make my top 10. Almost, though. I had a tough time. If I had made a top 15, obviously this would have been it. But that's L'Occitane Edible. As you can see, I used quite a bit of juice out of this thing. The next one is another slept-on fragrance. I almost forgot about this guy. I remember in my college days, I used to wear the hell out of this juice because it's something about on a cold, crisp night, and you spray this on your body. And I used to spray this actually on my clothes. I used to have like a leather coat, and I spray it on in some weird way. This would react very well with the leather coat, and that's none other than Usher's, the original one. Sorry about the bottle. As you can tell, I've used a lot of it. So that's the bottle. So Usher, it's a real fruity smell. It matches really well with the cold, crisp air. As soon as I smell it, I just think about wintertime. I don't know, it's something weird about it, but that's Usher. Now, on to my top 10. Drum roll. I know you guys been waiting for it. So coming in at number 10, newest addition to the family. I did a review on it. Excellent fragrance. Some people say that it is Amen with raspberries. I get New Harlem. Some people get Amber Absolute, but none other than 24 Gold by Scent Story. Excellent fragrance. Check out my review. Check out Masters of Style. Shout out to Alex. Check out his review. Check out Jack Doc Cody. Check out his review. That's number 10. 24. Number 9. It would have been Musk Ravageur. However, I don't own that Musk Ravageur right now. I don't know if I'm really going to pick it up, considering I have a pretty spot-on alternate, and it's pretty identical, to be honest. It's Lil El Barrios Mahriz. So, like I say, it would be Musk Ravageur, but considering, like, obviously I don't have Musk Ravageur, and this is the identical version of that, you can say Musk Ravageur, or this one right here, which is Lil El Barrios Mahriz, coming in at number 9. Number 8, this one moved up. Just did a review on it. Excellent fragrance. Very warm. Heats up as soon as your body heats up. It's one of my favorite fragrances that's very slept on. I think it'll probably be one of my favorite fragrances for going into my all-time favorite fragrances. And that is none other than Thallium. Get some apple, get some pineapple, get some vanilla. It's a very slept-on fragrance. If you haven't got this, I can't preach it enough. It's $20. Go pick it up. You won't regret it. Coming in at number 7. fell in love with this fragrance at first sniff. So it's love at first sniff. They have alternate versions, flanker versions, whatever you want to call it, and they smell well. I do own all of them. However, it's nothing like their original. And that is none other than Chanel Allure Homme. This stuff right here is success. It's money. It's sex. It's everything. It's just beautiful. Period. It's a gentleman in a bottle. I don't know how much more blunt I can say that. Chanel Allure Homme. Number 6. This one took a knee deep dive from what I was wearing, as I guess how I would have categorized it last year. And that's simply because although as much as I enjoy it, I have to take my wife's opinion into consideration because her opinion matters a great deal to me. So I had to chunk it down quite a bit of notches, but it still made my top 10. It's still a great fragrance. I enjoy the hell out of it. However, she thinks that it smells like burnt forest. Why, I don't know. But that's none other than Bond No. 9, New Harlem. To me, I get pancakes and syrup, French toast. I get breakfast in a bottle, coffee, some syrup. It's just delicious. This is a wonderful fragrance. It's excellent. I don't know why she thinks she smells burnt forest, but Bond No. 9, New Harlem. Excellent fragrance. Alright, now on to the top 5. I know everybody's been wondering, you know, with all such good fragrances, what my top 5 is going to be. Alright, so coming in at number 5, this is a twin duo. Period. You know, one's for the day, one's for the night. I got YSL's L'Homme. That's for the day. As you can tell, I've used quite a bit of juice, you know. And for the night, his darker twin brother, La Nuit de L'Homme. I had to smell this stuff. This stuff is remarkable. Both of them. So, number 5, YSL's L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme. Number 4. The review on this. This is actually my most viewed review. I think coming in at over 1,000. But it is a remarkable fragrance. It's very mysterious. Some people didn't like it in the summertime. To me, it performed great because as I heated up and my body perspired, it just projected like a freaking monster. So it performed excellently in the summertime. I know it's going to do well in the wintertime simply because of the spices and I think the tobacco that's in here, and that is tobacco and the pink pepper. That's none other than Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. If you don't have it, jump on it. Now, if you're into spicy fragrances, like extra spicy fragrances, this is a soft spice. This is not a pungent spice. This is not a loud spice like Green Irish Tweed or Chrome by Azzaro. This is a soft spice. That's again Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. Coming in at number 3. What else? If you've been tuning into my channel long enough, you already know that this fragrance is going to always be in a top 10 list of mine. It's my favorite. It's my baby. It's my signature scent, period. None other than Paco Rabanne 1 Million. The reason why I know that this fragrance is going to be a beast in the wintertime is because a lot of people, they bash this fragrance for being too kiddie, too immature, too whatever in the opening or whatever. But, you know, nobody knocks the dry down. Everybody comes to a clear consensus that the dry down is impeccable, is undeniable. If you think that the dry down is that superb in the summertime, wait till it hits that cold air. I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. Period. Like, your nose will thank you for it. 1 Million. Number 3. Coming in at number 2. Number 2. It was tough. Like, number 1 and number 2, I just, honestly, within a matter of seconds ago, I just literally, like, made a decision as to what I was going to do for number 1 and number 2. So, For number 2, and like I say, this is just a blink of an eye. You know, I had to make a decision on the camera call. So number 2 is kind of gonna be like a 4-way tie, and that is Tere Mugler's Angelman, the original, Pure Havana, which my wife absolutely loves to death, Pure Malt, and Pure Leather. Sorry I don't have my bottle, it's on the way, but I want to go ahead and pump out this review. My bottle should be here by the end of the week. You guys already know booze, whiskey, patchouli, you know, soaked in a whiskey barrel for I don't know how long Angelman was, and you know, it's phenomenal. This is probably going to one of my favorite fragrances of all time as well. This one I'm partial to. I like this one more than I like this one. This one is, man, the tobacco and the honey in this one is phenomenal. Like, I know that people love tobacco vanilla. I know that they just, you know, they have their tobacco and honey fragrances, but this is on a whole nother level to me. It's just the way that it opens from the cherry to just a smooth transition to the dry down to the honey. My wife loves this stuff. She likes this too, but when I wear this, man, she just wraps me up really tight. And of course, the original Amen. Like, a lot of people, they don't like the tar note. I love it, period. And I especially love the way that it transitioned to the smooth chocolate cocoa that you get in the caramel. It's perfection. So, number 2. Now, for my number 1 fragrance. And this was a tough decision. And the reason why I have to make this my number 1 fragrance. In the summer, no, it did not last. You know, the longevity of it sucks. However, I do know that in the wintertime, this fragrance will last. The cold air just, I don't know, it locks in, seals it on my skin into the pores to where it sticks and it stays there. I get probably 7 to 8 hours, you know, on my skin, and that's with a, you know, decent amount of sprays, which is 7 to 8 hours is good enough to me. Does it last longer than, you know, the Mugler series? No, but that's still decent enough for me. And my number 1 for the winter will be Amouage Reflection Man. It's a very clean, very successful, very just inviting scent. I just love it. It just, man, I know for a fact this will be in my top 10 of all time if I ever make a top 10. But this one right here, it's certain fragrances that when you smell it, you be like, I've never smelled anything like that in my life. I've never smelled anything that's similar to that in my life. A lot of people say that Le Male smells like this. A lot of people say that was it Fahrenheit 32 smells like this. I've smelled all those, and to my nose, I don't get it. Period. I even sprayed it on my wrist. I sprayed one wrist with Reflection Man. I sprayed another wrist with Jean Paul Gaultier. My wife knew the difference. She liked this one a ton. She liked this one by a landslide, and anybody knows me knows that she loves Le Male, but she ripped that one to shreds for this one. So Amouage Reflection Man will be my number 1 for the winter. That being said, I hope you guys liked it. You know, feel free to comment. I enjoy you guys comment. I enjoy you guys feedback. Please spread the word. Trying to get more subscribers, trying to get more comments. So without further ado, I just want to give a shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, Blue 5, Hoo Ya Navy. Peace. Talk to you later, gents.